Kriegler, good evening to you. Thanks for your time today on The Pulse. Firstly, let's talk about this appeal then that has been made for the Judicial Service Commission to consider the removal of Julius, Malema and Advocate Mpofu from the interview panel. Where is that request stemming from?
No, Kathy. Good afternoon to you and to the viewers. We have not called for the removal of anybody from the JSC. That is not our function. That's not for us to say. What we have said is that it is a matter of concern that people who sit in judgment on judges, to decide who should be the next Chief Justice, are themselves subject to serious doubt as to their professional integrity. They have had findings made against them. They are under disciplinary proceeding findings, and they are participating in selection of people whose ethics is critical. We say that is questionable.
So let's talk about the particular matters that you believe that Mr. Malema and Advocate Mpofu have yet to be cleared of or have yet to answer to that should prohibit them from participating in this process.
Well, Mr. Malema was found guilty by the Parliamentary Ethics Committee of having abused his position as a member of the Judicial Service Commission to ask a question of a judge in which he, Mr. Malema, had a personal interest. In other words, he abused his position as a member of that august body. In the case of Mr. Mpofu, he represents the advocates of the country, and he himself is at present under disciplinary proceedings arising from misbehavior, a finding that he had misbehaved as an advocate in the Zondo Commission in calling for a colleague to shut up, calling for a minister to shut up, and for not affording the presiding judge the requisite respect. Those are serious findings against an advocate, and that is still an outstanding charge against him. Unless and until those charges are cleared, we have, as members of the selection body, two people who are under a cloud.
So what do you want to see happen then? If you're saying that you don't want them to be removed from this panel, what would you want to see happen?
You know, quite frankly, Kathy, I had expected, wishing against wish, that these two gentlemen would say, yes, it's an ethical question, our ethical position is doubtful, we shall willingly withdraw from the proceedings. That is clearly not going to happen. They're clearly not persons who see eye to eye about ethics.
And what about the fact that I think both these individuals believe that they bring a certain level of robustness to this interview process, that they believe our Constitution and our courts will be better for?
Kathy, let's not get into a debate about what is robust and what is downright rude, what is proper and what is downright improper. Robustness, I say robust when I say it. I say rude when you say it. I say improper if somebody else says it. Let's not play with words. Mr. Malema has been found guilty of abusing his position in the commission to further an interest not of the public, not of the Judicial Service Commission, but of his own and or his party.
So Justice Kriegler, what are you going to do with this concern then? Is it just about putting it in the public space, or are you going to be pursuing it with the JSC itself?
We put it in the public space. We have, over the years since we were formed more than a decade ago, engaged with the conduct of the proceedings before the Judicial Service Commission on a number of occasions, not necessarily proceeding to go to litigation. Sometimes when he thought it was sufficiently serious, we did do so. Sometimes we didn't do so. We have not decided at this stage. I would not myself think that we would necessarily go to litigation about it in this particular instance. But we have rung the bell, we have made the remark, we have brought it to the public's attention.
And Justice Kriegler, before I let you go, we of course are in really unprecedented territory where we're going to have 4 candidates being interviewed for the position of Chief Justice. Let's talk about how the first day has gone and just your expectations for the rest of the week. Do you believe that this round of interviews, drawing on the criticism that we saw for previous positions, will go better?
I have every confidence that the chair will ensure that abuses of the position of a commissioner does not occur. In the past, we had felt, and the general feeling in the legal profession was, that the chair had not protected witnesses against unfair questioning. We are confident that that will not happen this week.
Justice Johann Kriegler, let's leave it there for tonight.